So today I stepped into a game that doesn't want to hold my hand, doesn't want to guide me, and quite possibly doesn't even want me to find anything at all. And honestly, I respect that. This is Book of Travels, a tiny multiplayer online RPG. Yes, tiny. Not massively multiplayer, tiny. Which already tells you this game is doing something very intentional. Book of Travels calls itself a T-MORPG, a tiny multiplayer online role-playing game. And what that means is you are not meant to be surrounded by players. You are meant to occasionally encounter them, like two strangers passing on a quiet road. There's no global chat spam. There's no crowded hubs. I don't even know if there's anyone else on the same server with me. I definitely won't be competing with other players to get more powerful or to accrue more resources, and there's no rush to be the highest level. It's clear this game is trying to capture something that most MMOs abandoned a long time ago. Quiet exploration, minimal guidance, and a world that doesn't revolve around you. You exist in the world, and the world does not care. Let's talk about the character creator, because this is where the game immediately hooked me. It is detailed, not in a slider for every freckle on your face kind of way, but in a thoughtful, handcrafted way. Your character feels like a person, not a template. There's intention behind the design choices. The clothing, the posture, the overall vibe, it just feels curated. And I love that. Now I need to confess something about myself. I am very biased when it comes to art direction. I write and illustrate children's books as a hobby, so I am immediately drawn to anything that feels artistically inspired. And this game is beautiful. Not in a hyper-realistic, look at my pores kind of way, but in a watercolor storybook kind of way. It feels like I stepped into something that was illustrated, not rendered, and I adore that.
The traders that lent you passage are cheerful, their spirits lifted by favorable winds. They call it the Sleeping Sea.
So I entered this digital picture book landscape, and I wander. And I wander. And I wander some more. I played for about 90 minutes, and in that time, I discovered very little. I didn't run into a single player, not one, which is ironic for a multiplayer game, but also kind of the point. I was looking for anything and everything that I could interact with in the world. Even with a limited view, my mouse was constantly scanning the background. This is not a game that throws content at you. It expects you to find it. Now here's where things started to fall apart for me. The movement is click to move. And listen, I have a complicated relationship with click to move. It's not my favorite. I prefer direct control mouse movement. Freedom to look around, that sense of being in the world. But here, you're very locked in. The camera is fixed, you can't freely look around, you can't even zoom in. I cannot tell you how many times I just wanted to turn my head and look at something, and I couldn't. And that frustrated me more than anything else. Because this game is visually beautiful, and I want to see it. There are also no instructions, like none. You're just dropped into the world with a gentle pat on the back and a soccer mom's trite maternal cheer. You got this. Now, to be fair, I don't mind that. I actually enjoy figuring things out, but there's a difference between mystery and absence. And after a while, I started to feel that absence. I wasn't progressing toward anything. I was just existing. And this is where I'll be honest. I got bored faster than I expected. Not because the game was bad, but because I think I just needed a little more structure. Just enough to give me that sense of direction without taking away the mystery. Because without that, my 90-minute session felt less like an adventure and more like a very pretty walk. So here's where I land on Book of Travels. This is not a game for everyone. It is slow, it is quiet, it is intentionally minimal. And if that sounds appealing to you, you might fall completely in love with it. But for me, I just needed a little more guidance, just a little more control, and a little more reason to keep walking. With that said, I can't deny how unique this experience is. And honestly, I kind of want to go back. Maybe next time I'll actually find something or someone. Until next time, keep exploring, and I'll see you in the next world. Oh my god, it's been night forever. Oh, I hate nighttime footage. Let's Google this. Oh, alright. So Google tells me that this game runs on a real 24-hour day-night cycle. Which sounds immersive until you realize what it means for me. I only play games at night, usually until questionably irresponsible hours. And I hate playing in the dark. Like visually, not physically. Physically, I am in the literal dark. So now I have a problem. Because if I log on at night, it's just darkness. Yeah. Which means if I want any daylight footage, I have to play in the morning. So go ahead and guess which game is now replacing Saturday morning cartoons. Yeah. Apparently I'm waking up early, on a weekend, to wander around a digital watercolor forest in full Vista vision. This game isn't just about exploration, it's about personal growth. And I don't like that. So remember how I just said I wanted to go back and maybe, just maybe, find someone out there in the world? Well, irony strikes. Shortly after I recorded this video, the developers, Might and Delight, dropped a massive announcement. The short version, the tiny multiplayer aspect of this T-MORPG is officially being retired. On July 31st, 2026, the official servers will sunset permanently. But the world isn't dying. Instead, the developers are pivoting to preserve the game as a standalone, offline, single-player experience. If you already own the game like me, the patch has rolled out. You can play it entirely offline as a true lone wanderer. They even rebalanced the game so it works better for solo players. So because the game is leaving active development, it's dropping the early access tag on Steam, and the price is being dropped to $4.99. It's sad to see the multiplayer dream fade, but for $5, a gorgeous, slow-paced, atmospheric walking simulator where absolutely no one can force you to group up might be exactly the kind of beautiful piece you need.